Big shout to okjersey.com. Scan the QR code below and actually go to the link below to get affordable football shirts from all the European leagues, including the English clubs, all of them, Liverpool, Arsenal, United, City, Spurs, Chelsea, all of them, of course, are all there. You can get the current ones, past seasons, and also some absolute gems out there, vintage ones, and actually very affordable football shirts, high quality, like the one I'm wearing right here. It is very simple to get one. Let me show you how. You go to the website. It's very simple. You click on the Premier League, pick the club you want. For me, I pick Newcastle, for example. You go there, you will find all the current ones, training ones as well. You add whatever you want to the cart. Of course, check the sizes, add a patch, add to cart, but also never forget, as it says below, scan the QR code and put the code JUDGE in the checkout to get 8% discount. It's that easy. Just go to the website, check the football shirt you want. You will not regret it. Now, let's get back to our stream. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge Mo, of course. Big up to another Rational League day, of course, with Dan, of course, here. Mack is here, Sal is here, and Ledge is here, of course. You guys have met Ledge on MHF and on this channel as well. Hit that like button, guys, if you guys are here. I'm wearing the 98 Manchester City shirt. So if you want to get one like this, you know where to go, okjersey.com. You go and I'm in a City kit, of course. You can see that it's a 98 one. I'm going to try to wear some of the kits that I received from OK Jersey throughout this time, of course. So go and check them out. Hit that like button and use the code JUDGE if you want to get yours. And big up my friend here for absolutely joining, Benjamin, for joining the pro membership. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you, everyone that stuck with us here, that is with us here. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, people. How's everyone doing?
All good.
Mack, I don't know. We're going to start with Liverpool in a bit, but listen, Mack, I'm just going to say this. Bro, I think this is kind of weird. But I want to ask you guys something. Guys in the chat, hit that like button. I'm going to ask you guys something that has nothing to do with the Premier League, right? Inter lost yesterday 1-0 to Milan, okay? I want you guys to tell me, have you ever seen a league where there is a team that is top of the chart in every single thing in the league, every stat that matters, and be fourth? So let me just give you, and I want people in the chat, I want you guys to find me this if you have ever seen it in the Premier League or La Liga or anything, right? Inter are the highest scorers. Inter are the highest XG, highest shot on target, highest touches in opposition box, highest position. Right? highest big chances created, highest XG, right? Accurate passes per match, they are the highest. Accurate crosses, touches in opposition box, corners, this first thing. On top of this, Inter are the lowest in XG conceded, the lowest in chances conceded. Like, we're the best defense and the best offense, right? Position 1 in the final third, pressure, successful pressure, but Inter are fourth. Has anyone seen this ever? Seriously?
I don't think so.
Because
I can't think of
football
it.
wise, we don't have to talk about. Listen, we're gonna come back to Liverpool. We'll speak Arsenal. We'll speak Chelsea. Because I've been when my inter group, guys. We have an inter group for Inter Worldwide, over 100 people. Nobody can find an explanation to why Inter are not first and by a big margin. How are we the best team and we're fourth?
What's the points difference?
It's just 2 points, but we cannot put a separation between us and the rest of the teams, right? Like,
But 2 points is one game, Modo.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna tell you something. The difference is
Should be
XG.
clear, really. Should be
We're
clear.
clear. We're clear from everyone else in terms of
Clear.
every single stat in the game. Clear, and I mean, like, you go check it on FootMap or SofaScore.
Have you conceded like last-minute goals to lose games or draw?
We are the only team in the league, I think, that have conceded in the top 10 that have conceded way more goals, more than 50% more goals than the XG conceded. So we have been the unluckiest team in the league.
That's
You haven't drawn any. No.
Like we conceded 4 more goals than we should have conceded. It's kind of like a footballing dilemma I can't figure out. Like, is it
the data should
clinical,
make
by the way,
sense.
clinical, by the way, we are the least clinical team in the top 10 in terms of like conversion rate. However, we are the best attack and by far as well. So, let me just
The reason you can't figure it out is because football isn't all data and statistics. It's other things in football that play a huge part, and it's the reason Roma are top and they're 3 points ahead of you, because they have won
scored
games.
11 goals ahead of them with this.
It doesn't matter how many goals they've scored. They've won more games. You've lost 4 games. They've lost 3. You both haven't drawn a game. They've won 9. You've won 8. That's why they're 3 points ahead of you. It doesn't matter where their XG is, what their XG is. At the end of the day, it's a results business, and they've won 1 more game than you. Now, it doesn't mean that come the end of the season, the data won't matter, because if you're doing all the right things, you're probably going to put yourself in the right positions to win games of football. But at the moment, Roma have won a game of football that Inter haven't, and that's why they're top of the league.
Have they beat you, by the way?
No, we beat them at their ground 1-0.
And that's why I say it's one game.
There you go then.
You know,
You lost to Napoli the other
just a
week
game.
as well.
We lost to Milan yesterday. I think we created, it was the Serie A XG.
It
We
was
created
1-0, wasn't it?
2.8 XG. A Sofa score shows 1.7. We created 2.8 XG, hit the post twice, had 20 shots. They had 0.8 XG. They won 1-0. It is
That's
a
football.
We got beat by Manchester United at home. We hit the post 4 times.
It
It
was
just
a vintage
happens.
display from United, that one. Really,
just
really
happens.
good attacking play.
Yeah, our XG was higher, but you won.
Yeah. Liverpool were good that day to us. We kind of were lucky. A couple of chances.
It's
but
about
that's
the only
football.
time we were.
Yeah, you hit the post a couple of times.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the Premier League, guys. Let's go. Hit that like button, people. Come on now.
Not
Hit
did we
that like
carry on
button.
talking about Italy?
Mike Manian, I'm going to tell you something. Mike Manian yesterday had a 10 out of 10 game, and he saved the penalty. Apart from the penalty, he had a 10 out of 10 game. And he
Is
saved
he
the
a free
penalty.
transfer, Mo, at the end of the season? Is that he's going to leave on a free transfer?
I don't know. I think he renewed his contract or something.
He's good.
Yeah. Anyway, go to the Premier League. I actually think we should start. I want to start with Man United quickly, because Man United still play today. The reason why quickly, because you haven't played. You play Everton today. Man United can go 4th today, if I'm not mistaken. 4th or 5th, if I'm not mistaken.
Joint fourth with Aston Villa.
They can go joint 4th today. 1 point behind Manchester City, if I'm not mistaken. What are the chances of Man United actually being up there consistently?
It depends, Mo, on Manchester United. You know, it's our consistency which is the problem. You know, Manchester City, they've proven that they can be consistent. United haven't done it yet. And I wouldn't be surprised if today at Everton, we might struggle, because every time we got a chance to capitalize, we seem to throw it away. Hopefully we don't tonight. Everton are better this season, but we should be beating Everton, to be honest with you. But just to be in that top 5 mode, that would be good enough for me. If we stay in the top 5 by the end of the season, I'll be happy with that. And then we can build from there. It's not about competing with Man City and Liverpool and Chelsea and all them at the moment. It's about just trying to get into Europe, get into that top 5, and hopefully we can build from there next season.
Yeah. Anybody here can think that Man United can go next season and challenge for the title if they finish in the top 4?
I think it depends on their recruitment. I think they'd have to get a little bit stronger. Their recruitment this summer was really good, but they'd have to do it again and maybe a little bit more to put themselves in that real title challenging position, I think.
How far is Man United from the likes of Villa or Chelsea even? How far?
Man United could get in the Champions League this season. They could.
I think anyone can up until 10th place.
Got goal scorers
Yeah,
now.
that's true.
That was their biggest problem.
But what is the distance
back to
between
net.
Manchester United and the rest, like the Man City and the Chelsea one?
Nowhere near as much as last season. It's nowhere near as much as last season. It's drastically decreased.
I think Man City's midfield, and there's a couple of positions, and squad depth is much better than United's at the moment. United's squad is not good enough to be challenging Man City. Man City can put out 2 or 3 teams. We can't do that, So we just for example, the AFCON's coming around the corner. We'll lose Ahmad and we'll lose Bremer, and we're in trouble already. We don't know who we're going to play there, So it's going to be a big time coming up this next couple of months in regards to the AFCON, because I'm a bit worried about that, to be honest. No right hand side. We're going to be completely null and void on the right hand side, to be honest.
I don't think so, because I think you have Amad Diallo who can play on that right side and be all right.
He's going to go AFCON.
He's going up, yeah.
I think you'll probably see Mason Mount playing a more advanced role.
You reckon?
He's played that before for Chelsea. I think you'll probably, if he can stay fit, I think you'll see him sort of filling in that gap. And I'd be intrigued to see if he sort of looks at any other sort of players and sees if he can mold them into that position just to get you through that period of time as well.
And we've got some good young players coming through. We've got Shea Lacey coming through, Tyler Fletcher. Ruben Amorim was talking about them this week. So hopefully we might see some minutes from those, get some of those youngsters in there as well. Bruno can play number 10 as well. We could move Mainu into that midfield position in number 8. But
Mainu can play a number 10. Mainu can play the number 10 as well.
Yeah.
He did that before.
Yeah, he's played it before. I think his preferred position is number 8, but he hasn't played for a while, and it does depend if he stays. Apparently, he's
also you have don't you have Xerxes that can play the number 10 as well for Man United?
Xerxes can play the 10. He can play the number 9 as well. He's there, but I don't know why. But Ruben Amorim doesn't fancy him. This is the thing. Ruben Amorim hasn't really rotated his squad effectively, in my opinion. He's left Xerxes. Xerxes hasn't played for like 5 games. He's had cameos here and there, but he isn't really match fit. And this is what I'm worried about. If Mainu comes into the team, Xerxes comes into the team, they haven't played enough football. And, we got big games coming up as well. We got Arsenal coming up, City coming up as well, not to mention we've got Aston Villa away as well, teams like that. So it's going to be difficult for United. And this is not only United, but for other teams as well during this AFCON, see if they can cope with it.
Sal, 2 things. When is AFCON?
21st of December, I believe, until the 21st of January.
So you probably maybe you bring someone in, but it's almost unlikely, isn't it?
Because between the 21st and the 1st, you can't sign anyone, isn't it? So you just have to make do with what you've got. This is why you have to rotate the squad better. This is why you bring through a few youngsters, give them 15 minutes here, 20 minutes here.
Do you think that Ruben Amorim feels a little bit let down though by some of those players because of how they performed last season under him? Do you think that's why they're not seeing much first team action?
I think you can say a lot from a lot of those players, even Bruno Fernandes. A lot of those players weren't performing up to scratch last season. I don't think he trusts a few of them. A lot of them have been given opportunities, including Kobe Mainu against Brentford. Kobe Mainu came on and gave away a goal, just nonchalantly gave the ball away. Xerxes comes on, he looks lazy, looks sluggish, he looks a little bit overweight, to be fair. And it's just like they're not working hard enough. Ruben Amorim's hinted as well that they have to start working harder in training, otherwise they're not going to play. And I wouldn't mind if he brings through a few youngsters and let's see what Shea Lacey can do, what Tyler Fletcher can do, Musa can do, these players, and let's see where we go from there. But Xerxes and Mainu, I don't think he fancies them at all. I really don't. I wouldn't be surprised if they go on loan in January, to be honest with you, or sold, if I'm being real.
Have you still got Jadon Sancho?
Yeah,
No.
he's coming at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I don't think Aston Villa are going to sign him too quickly. That's the thing, But
You've
he's on
got a bit of an issue, though, haven't you, Sal, with that squad? It's right on the borderline of just being too shallow. Like any more departures or injuries, you are in a dodgy place.
We're screwed. That's what I'm worried about. Even when you see the substitutes, even against Tottenham, against Nottingham Forest as well. As soon as we make top substitutions, we decline, and you have to make substitutions because the likes of Casemiro, they're getting on a little bit now, and they can't play 90 minutes. And as soon as you bring Ugarte, I don't know what's happened to Ugarte, to be honest with you, but we just decline. And Mainu is vying for a place, but every time he comes on the pitch, we don't play well. And we are very shallow in regards to our team at the moment, and we do need reinforcements. Hopefully we can spend some money, but notoriously we haven't spent money in January. I think the last big transfer was Bruno Fernandes about 8 years ago. It's been a long time, and before that probably Andy Cole, so it's been a long time. But yeah, look, every team goes through it and we just have to cope with it. It's the way it is. And hopefully he can utilize the squad a little bit better with the youth team as well, because we got some generational players, I believe, coming through the ranks.
The youngsters, you mean?
Yeah, the youngsters. We got a couple of there that are like really good. I haven't seen players this good since the class of 92. Some of them, they're really good. The only difference is that they haven't got like players like Cantona.
These days are over, actually. I think in football, these days are over.
They
the
are.
days of youngsters, I think the
Yeah.
days of youngsters to carry the team is just over. I think it's done.
It's
you need
difficult.
to integrate them like a Conor Bradley or even a Nwaneri or a Max Dowman or even a Tariq George. I think these days are done in football nowadays. Unless you have a Lamine Yamal in your ranks, it's not like you need these guys to actually get within the team, and instead of them, you're relying on them to carry your team. So I think these days are over.
You can't give youngsters the time now to make mistakes.
Yes, it's not like back in the days. There is no building. Yes,
and also back then we had Cantona, we had Schmeichel, we had Pallister, we had Bruce,
Exactly.
we had Irwin, we had winners in that team. This team is not. They're not going to nurture those youngsters. So what I'm saying is like here, 20 minutes here, 50 minutes here, just slowly integrate them in. That's what I would do, to be honest. Not just playing from the start, because we'll be beaten, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think this is the right. Like, I actually think Man United have a good team. Your starting 11 are good. The problem is they're going to AFCON, and that is a big problem for you. And yeah, I agree with you. But it's a golden opportunity for you. Like, we're going to come to Chelsea. I think it's a golden opportunity for Chelsea to actually bypass the process, in my opinion. Just bypass the process. I think it's a golden opportunity for them. But talking about Manchester United, like, if you look at Man United today, if Ruben Amorim turns around, a lot of people will be in the mud. A lot of people that actually said that he's not going to work. I actually thought that he's not going to work, especially in the beginning of this season when I didn't see it turning around. He is turning around now. So it is what it is. I know that everyone in the chat is saying Forza Milan. It is what it is, guys.
Are Milan back?
No, AC Milan, the team is suck, bro. Their team
What's
suck.
happened to them? They're worse than United. My goodness.
The team suck. But big up my guy, like Becky. Thank you, Becky, for the super chat. Likes up people in the chat. Guys, if you are here, hit that like button. Big up everyone that joined us from Osam. Hit that like button, people. Instead of typing Forza Milan like the fraud you are in the chat, so hit that like button. We need to get at least to 200 likes live. Hit that like button, people in the chat. And also, don't dare think I'm claiming you more. And I don't want to be with you, Man City. I'm just wearing the shirt to showcase of OK Jersey. I'm not wearing the shirt to be a Man City fan. Bro, you think I want you to claim me as a City fan? Bro, I supported football before I even knew there is a team in Manchester called Manchester City, with all due respect. I didn't know that there was a team in Manchester called City. And by the way, this is not a band.
Fladsy Sean Goater shirt.
I don't know. This is
That's
98.
how old it was.
I just bought it because I liked how it looks, to be honest with you. And I like Kappa. Kappa is one of my favorite brands.
I
of
went
Italy
to
back in
a
the day.
Liverpool Man City game, and they were in Division 2, I think.
Like,
we lost, by the way.
Listen,
We lost
Man
that,
City
by
are
the way.
Man City. But I'm gonna, Wallah al-Azim, I'm completely on. I didn't know that there is another team in Manchester called Man City that is like.
No, but did Robinho.
Until it started coming the Manchester Derby, and like they started advertising the Manchester Derby, and I didn't know that, to be honest with you. Going to Liverpool, actually.
Oh, no.
I don't know if you guys saw the news. They're actually giving him trust until the end of the year. So another month or so with Arne Slot.
No,
Um,
that's not how it works. We're not.
They
We're not
literally
that fickle,
did.
are we? Like when the board back the manager, that means he's got one game. That's what it normally means. Like
You think he
what
got
is it?
one
The
game?
dreaded vote of confidence. How many times have we seen that? Nah, he's gone. He's gone if he loses against West Ham.
He's not gonna lose again. Okay, there's no guarantees, but he's not gonna lose against West Ham.
Really?
I think he's gonna win against Aston Villa, bro. Like, are
Really?
we
He's
sitting
not
here
going to
and
lose
saying
against
that?
West Ham.
I don't know,
How do
Beck.
West
What
Ham
do you
play
mean
right
by
now?
is Isak being ignored? I don't know what that is on the pitch. What do you think that seriously the problem with Liverpool? Actually, I'm gonna give you a couple of
the manager. The manager.
yeah,
Like,
but I'm gonna give you a couple of things, and I think we need to have an objective conversation here. I'm gonna give you a couple of things that happened. Number one, Ledge, you haven't said a word, but fine. By the way, you can just talk. It's an open floor. Salah had 90 touches, people, which is more than the average of last season, right? Isak had only 3 touches in 22 minutes. Liverpool played the most diagonal balls, I think, in the week to Salah. So he went back to last season. They weren't pressing high, like there was in front of the defense, there was a DM. I don't think the problem in this game was the manager as much. I don't think the problem was the manager. In that Nottingham Forest game.
Are you just talking about this game, or are you talking about
this
in
particular
general?
game, it wasn't the manager, in my opinion.
Okay,
it
well,
wasn't only like the manager might get 50%. It wasn't the manager. The
Okay,
players
so
need to like
game-
Van Dijk, Konate, McAllister, Salah, Isak not getting the ball.
Where did McAllister play in the Forest game? Does anyone actually know where he played? What position was
Left
it?
wing, didn't he? Something like that.
Was it like a free role? Like what was McAllister playing in that game? Like, because he was either supposed to be tracking runners defensively, which he didn't do, yeah, because he's supposed to be in the double pivot. But did he play in the double pivot? Did he play left wing? Did he play right wing? Did he play midfield? Like, does anyone actually know? So that in itself is also a problem. But this game, there was no plan. Like you know exactly how Sean Dyche is going to play. Like, Sean Dyche isn't going to have a huge amount of possession. Sean Dyche is going to go long. Sean Dyche is going to use a counter-attack. Like, he's going to soak up the pressure. Like, we put in 18 crosses from Mo Salah and Cody Hapko. Not one of them connected with anybody. Like, what was the plan? Like, and the thing with Liverpool right now is we concede first all the time. Okay? We didn't concede for like 30 minutes, and we actually had a go, but we had one shot on goal in that 30 minutes, and it was a McAllister smack that hit Elliot Anderson, who was man of the match, by the way, in the face. But did you see how many players were stood next to McAllister with an open goal to tap in? There was 2 Liverpool players just to the right of him that were stood there with no goalkeeper. Like this is just a big problem with Liverpool right now, and it's just the manager. I'm sorry. Like if you can't get up for a home game and you're being consistently beaten in set pieces, long balls, long throws, you concede first all the time. Like, Liverpool right now have the longest game state behind in games than any other club. And we've conceded more goals than any other club in Europe, apart from Wolves, in the last 23 games.
Do you think the players have
This is
a
just
part to play? Do you think they're
This is normal
down-tooled
now.
a little bit?
Like, I did a show and I basically said, I did it. So what's that?
The players. I mean, do you think it's a huge part of it is down to them?
You can't blame the players on this because
no,
because they've been away 3 international breaks now, all of them, and they've all balled it on every international break, all the players, and they've come back and got beat every single time. Come back and got beat. And look, there's a mentality problem now because when we go a goal down, we actually our heads go down now. That never used to happen under Jurgen for like 10 years. At least we had that. Like, we go a goal behind in most games now, and the players look like they genuinely don't think they can get back into a game. Yeah. We're now resorting back to pass the dad, which is why Mo Salah got 90 touches, because it was just pass the dad. And it's like, you're expecting Mo Salah to do amazing things against loads of players. Like, does anybody play with a 33-year-old winger in the Premier League? Like, does anybody? Like, what are you expecting the guy to do? Like, and then you pass to Cody, who's just a completely one-dimensional player who gets the ball, cuts inside, and misses. That's what he does all season now. So it's like, what are you expecting? There's no connection with Isaac. You've got no plan to work Isaac. Like, last season, you couldn't get your number 9s to work. This season, you can't get your number 9s to work. Last season, you couldn't get your left back to work. This season, you can't get your left back to work. And last season, you couldn't get your number 10 to work. And woe and behold, you still haven't got your number 10 to work. And you lost Trent, and you got no idea how to replace him. Like, it's all manager. It's all manager. And we've conceded 9 set pieces this season. 9 set pieces. Like, I think the set piece manager needs sacking as well. Who we got from Man City? Aaron Briggs. He can go as well. I don't know why the Arsenal fans sat there being quiet, because he's just living the glow.
I was just about to talk.
Play, man.
Look, because I have to listen. Right, okay, Mac, I'm sorry. I have to listen to, how people go about, or in fact, people's opinions, right? And it's my first time on the show, so, I don't want to overstep on anyone here.
Overstep.
You're 11 points clear. Overstep. Look. With
your current dialogue, to me, it seems like you're blaming Slot, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you also just complained about Mo Salah.
No, I didn't complain about Mo Salah. It's the way, it's what he wants Mo Salah to do now. It's like, what?
Okay. So, but then Mo Salah's production last season was excellent, right? Or do you believe the system has changed? Is it Vert signing? Is it Isak? Is it Ekatike? Because look, you guys did look good the first few games of the season. Although you were winning games with last minute goals, 1 or 2 last minute goals here and there. The signings of Ekatike, me personally, I was jealous that you guys got Ekatike. I would have had Ekatike at Arsenal for sure. But Verts and Isak has definitely stagnated the way the team gels. I don't know, the cohesion. I don't know what the problem is. But it's like, yeah, okay, you brought a new right back with Frimpong. Everyone's saying he's not really a right back, but now we've seen Szoboszlai playing there, and Szoboszlai is giving you guys excellent performances at right back, even all over the pitch. He's looking like not a right back. You don't think so?
No, he was at fault for the Galatasaray goal.
Okay.
He's also at fault for another goal as well, but I can't remember which it was against. It might have been Palace or.
He was the reason. He was the reason you beat Arsenal.
Yeah. Well, he's going to score one of them every year. Like, big deal.
Yeah.
You're talking about individuals again. You're talking about individuals now.
We are, and that was what I was trying to get at, because you mentioned I felt like you singled out Salah being 33 years old.
No. I was just saying. How
he was being used. Yeah, how he was being used by the manager. I understand it. I don't know. I feel like, me personally, maybe things are changing. Everyone's realizing that the type of manager Slot is not for the Prem. Who knows? Because
can I tell you something about what you just said?
Go on.
I'm gonna so Liverpool didn't sign a right winger, and they didn't sign a winger. They signed 2 strikers. And the manager is now, I checked the stats when I watched the game. Salah is getting the ball in kind of similar positions to last season, right? The movement from the strikers are not the same, yes. But Salah last season, he scored a lot of goals and created a lot of chances. Is it the manager's fault that Salah is failing to produce even 20% or 30% of what he used to produce last season in terms of the play? if the manager, for example, if you have a player like Salah, who one player of the season, had the most assists, the most goals, the most chances created, and then you're still giving him the ball in the same place, same area of the pitch, and you're asking him to work, right? Same. It is not the manager's job. Now the manager need to find other solutions to Salah not being productive as last season. This is what is Arne Slot, right? If he's put in Van Dijk, and I'm going to be here, one of the things that people fail to say is that
hammer him.
Van Dijk, for example, in the beginning of the season, he saved Liverpool multiple times. He's been put in the same positions as the beginning of the season, but he's failing to deal with the adversities and the problems that are happening in the team. The organization in set pieces, that is, yes, the coach outside, but also the captain on the pitch. We know that on the pitch, you need organization. The goalkeeper need to actually have a little bit of command in the area, like Donnarumma sometimes for Manchester City. If you watch Liverpool now, Van Dijk, I feel like what Rooney said about him is that the players are feeling a lack of leadership from the back. He's playing arm. He's actually criticizing his teammates instead of telling him to be better the next play. And that is not a manager's job, by the way. Van Dijk is a senior player at Liverpool, right? He is the leader at the back. If I'm looking at my leader, if I'm Kirkes and I'm struggling against the winger, and I'm looking at Van Dijk, he's not even trying to cover me. He's not trying to hide my flaws. I'm going to feel I'm disconnected from the rest of the back line. I'm not here protected by my backline. I'm not here protected by my captain, by arguably the best defender in the league. That same thing happens for every club. There is a lot of senior players that are not doing well. Like, for example, people don't talk enough about McAllister, who was one of the people that dictated the game for Liverpool last season, completely fading in games, not asking for the ball, completely hiding. He's like, I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to look bad. The manager can only put you in these positions, but you have to perform. You have to actually make things. You have to ask for the ball. If Zubamendi is playing for Arsenal and Arteta's putting him to ask for the ball, and then he's hiding, he doesn't even ask for the ball. McTominay used to do this for Manchester United, right? Well, he changed. He put Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones. It didn't work. He put Gravenberch and Szoboszlai. It didn't work. I don't think Arne Slot can do anything about the performance. I think one of the things that I don't think the players are buying into what he's saying completely. For them, he is gone.
Go ahead.
Okay, so say Arteta had a fire sale, yeah, sold a load of players, yeah, load of players that didn't really fit into his plans, yeah, and he bought a load of new players. Would you trust your manager to play them in the positions which they're naturally strong at?
If we're talking about Arteta's track record, no, because he signs players and the fan base complains that he doesn't play them in the right position.
Okay, but has he now played them in the right positions?
I mean,
is he still doing it?
If you ask me, okay.
What example have you got? Go on, what example you've got? But I'd like to know what examples.
No, because if you ask me, okay, specifically, look, Calafiori, yeah, when he was signed, people are saying he's not a left back. He's not a left back. He's a centre back, right? Same thing with Nkappi now. Nkappi's come. Is he a centre back? He's not a centre back. He's not a centre back. He's a left back. Timber. Oh, he's meant to be a right back, but he was playing left back for us, and now he's playing right back, centre back, left. You know, the thing is, with Arteta, he feels like a player should be able to play multiple positions. Now, I don't know if that's Slot philosophy. I don't know if that's how he thinks. Oh, a single player should be able to play one or two positions, even sometimes three. You know, but that's the difference with, I guess, the mindset of the managers. Now, with Arteta, I feel like he's a little bit more flexible than people realize. Everyone says Arteta is very rigid in regards to the system and he doesn't really like to change and this, that. But I think like when he changes the team constantly, a lot of the time, when not even rival fans, Arsenal fans are complaining, saying, "Oh, why is he playing in this position? Oh, he's not really good there. Oh, we want Eze as the CAM. Why is Eze playing left wing?" There are many examples I can give you, but with Slot, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's the players playing in the wrong positions. I think his system of going 100 miles an hour is done for the Liverpool team. I think I think those players are not the 100-mile-an-hour players. And even if they were, I feel like Klopp has run that out of them. They're all done when it comes to going, full metal gear, 100 miles, get the ball, counter attack. You know what I mean? I feel like that's all finished. I feel like that philosophy is finished.
We don't play like that under Slot. We play really measured, boring possession football where we have the ball more than anybody else, but don't do anything.
Very attacking though. Very attacking. He's not a defensive man.
Ridiculously attacking, but not actually attacking. If that makes sense. We actually have the ball in the attack, but don't do anything with it. Okay, so say for example, you just talked about a couple of plays. You talked about Nketiah would have been a perfect signing for Slot, by the way, because he can invert, which is what he wants his left back to do.
Okay,
but he bought a left back that doesn't invert. He bought a left back that can't play centre back. He bought a left back. Predominantly, he's really good at bombing up and down the wing, bombing up and down the line. That's what he does.
Same thing with Frimpong. Same thing with the right back.
Same with Frimpong. Wants him to invert. Wants the other guy to invert into midfield. Like that doesn't do anything. So you got two players that you signed that don't work. Nearly 80 million quid's worth of players there, by the way, that do not work in the system that you want to play. And then your midfield. Okay, so what are you doing with Gravenberch this season? I don't understand the Gravenberch this season. He's got 5 GA. What is he? Is he the defensive midfielder that won player of the season last year? Because he was really good at that, and we needed him to do that. But now you've got him playing like an advanced 8, where he scores goals and he gets assists, and he doesn't do any defending. The whole setup is just completely whack. I just don't get it. I think
it's the system change. I think it's a system
and then
change.
you play McAllister, you play Ekitike, and you play Wirtz in games, and Cody, and they all play in the same exact zone. All of them play in the left-hand zone, just behind the striker.
Are you saying that Arne Slot is an idiot? He won the league last season. The team wasn't bad. I'm being completely here.
But he won the league.
So
he won the league transitioning. He won the league transitioning from some Jurgen's tactics to his slowly.
So why? Okay, so he's losing games. Okay, great. He's losing games now. Why doesn't he? Why doesn't he go back to last season's tactics?
He tried it. He tried the team. He didn't try the tactics. He tried the team.
Did it work?
That didn't work.
Okay. So how did he win the league last season then?
He won the league playing 4-3-3 and 4-3-5-1. Now he doesn't play it. Now he plays 3-0-0-7 or 8.
Guys,
depending on the game.
If Arne Slot, okay, you're not going to tell me that he's so. Is he so stubborn?
Manchester United fan. How did you beat us at Anfield?
Mack. Is he stubborn? He's not.
You won the midfield.
Guys. He's not stubborn to the point that he's about to get sacked. Okay, listen. He had a method that worked, and teams scored goals, and he won games last season, right? You're not gonna tell me that he's stubborn to a point that he's about to get sacked. He's refusing to go back to the method he did last season because at that point we're questioning his IQ, his sanity, because he's crazy. He's about to get sacked from Liverpool.
Mo, guys. There's one thing I noticed about Slot, right? And I don't know, maybe I'm just looking too deep into things here, but his press conferences and his attitude has changed. Changed dramatically from last season to this season. Now, the way he's answering the questions, even the attitude, the responses.
No, not humble.
Not at all. Not at all. And I don't know. I feel like that's probably rubbing off bad against some of the players. They're thinking, I don't know if this guy really who he believes he is, because the way he talks sometimes, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm not a Liverpool fan or a player, and I'm thinking that's crazy. So what's a Liverpool fan and a player feeling like?
Are you talking about the Dominic Szoboszlai comments?
Look, he's had many.
Christ, man. Seriously, he's been your best player this season, and you mock him for losing for Hungary and going out the World Cup, and then turn around and say, but he's used to losing at Liverpool. You're joking about being shit. You're joking about being shit right now. Like, man, I mean,
he's very Dutch. That's the Dutch mentality, and it's their personality, isn't it? But you're talking about the way I think maybe you've just been found out a little bit. You said about the way Man United played against Liverpool. It was going over the top, winning the second balls, and
we didn't have a midfield to win the second ball.
Yeah, and I think that's what's been going on recently. Every team that's gone toe to toe with you has lost, but like Aston Villa. But as soon as anyone goes over the top, you don't have an answer for it.
I mean, look, come on, like. As a Liverpool fan, and also some of the Liverpool fans in the chat, you can't hang anything on Aston Villa. Like, their goalkeeper gave us an open goal, like, and the second goal was deflected. And if anything would have gone the other way, Morgan Rogers would have had 2 in the first 20 minutes. He hit the post twice. Like seriously, like we haven't been in games all season apart from, I don't know, potentially Everton. For a part, but we also conceded a set piece there as well, by the way. Like, we're an absolute mess. And like I said before, Liverpool fans, if you want Arne Slot to stay, this is normal now. This is normal. 50% win, 50% lose. This is normal. We have mid-table form. This isn't some kind of like blip. This has been since March. We have lost as many as we've won since March. Like, this is it. This is normal.
I'm gonna present you with a different argument here, guys.
They're ready for it.
In the Nottingham Forest game, this is what is going on. Mack, Sam, Coppish people, everyone. Yes, the manager needs to go. Okay, because of the results, because he's the captain of the ship, correct? But in the Nottingham Forest game, when you're watching the Forest game, I know tactics are out of the way. And I said that with Hussam. Tactics are out of the way when you lose 3-0 at home as Liverpool to Nottingham Forest, right? The manager needs to go. If you look at that game,
we've lost 3 games this season, 3-0. Just
okay. Yes, I know that the manager, but I'm gonna look beyond Arne Slot, right? Beyond Arne Slot. You had 75% ball position. You created more chances. They had blocks. Okay, but I don't think you get my point. Just let me finish that point because I know the manager has to go because you lost the game. But in terms of what the manager has done in this game, Liverpool have been put in the Nottingham Forest game in the best position possible to win the game. They scored from a set piece. That's like a corner. That is not a chance created. They didn't do what Crystal Palace did to you. They didn't cut through you. They scored in the beginning of the second half, if I'm not mistaken, right? From a McAllister lazy tackle in the 18. Lazy tackle.
And Dominic Szoboszlai not tracking the run because he's not a right back.
Okay. And you created abundance of chances where they cleared off the line. Sills is having saves. Murillo's clearing. Arne Slot in the team was in the position to win the game against Nottingham Forest. The players didn't deliver. And I know that, again, he has to get sacked. But I'm looking past him. Will this team get better if Arne Slot is getting sacked? Looking at these players, looking at these performances, because you got everything in the Nottingham Forest game. That 3-0 does not reflect the stats of the game. Against Crystal Palace, you were battered. In this game, Liverpool weren't battered in this game. You weren't battered in this game. You weren't.
It could have been 5, Mo.
And you could have scored 3 goals.
Perfectly good goal disallowed.
And you could have scored in the first half 3 goals.
McAllister probably should have given away a penalty if that was looked at more.
And you also were put in a position to be 1-0 ahead and 2-0 ahead in the beginning before they even scored. You were.
Someone blocking a ball isn't a big deal.
You aren't gonna tell me, you aren't gonna tell me that tactics is putting Murillo on the line to block the ball with his face. That's not tactics. That's players' bravery. I don't think that Sean Dyche. I don't think that Sean Dyche planned it as like, Murillo, by the way, you're gonna put your body on the line, and then you kind of block the ball with. No, Cody Gakpo created the chance. Salah created the chance. You guys missed. You guys missed the chances.
They weren't big chances, mate.
McAllister had 2 big.
They weren't big chances.
You weren't big chances.
Oh. Okay then. So look, this isn't where I want Arne Slot sacked, by the way. I wanted Arne Slot sacked a long time ago, by the way. And you know that. And I said this was coming a long time ago as well.
I'm looking past Arne Slot, Mack. I'm looking past him.
I've been on this train for months now. Like,
yes,
I could see this coming from a long way. As soon as we signed Isaac and Ekitike, I was sat there going, I don't trust this guy to play these. I don't trust this guy to get the best out of these. I don't know where he's going to play Verts. Like, is he actually going to get the best out of these players? And then I'm looking at pre-season going, what? We're not even playing like left backs and right backs in the right positions. I'm like, how's this ever going to work? Well, we are where we are now. But you watch the Manchester City game, yeah. It's just pure arrogance. Like, it's just like you just beat Real Madrid playing a really good, like, central blocking football where when they've got the ball, you compact into a 4-4-2, yeah, and you make it really difficult for them to do anything. Mo Salah's tracking back, everybody's involved, everyone's at it. I'm like, that's how you beat Man City at their ground. Nah, I'm just gonna completely throw all that out the window and high press them, and they are the best team at getting through a press and going possession football, not direct, but possession football right through your whole team, and they completely destroyed us. Like we just played right into their hands. And you look at Newcastle. Newcastle went 4-5-1 against Man City and beat them. We could have done that. But we don't play with the midfield.
Your players are not firing. Your players are not firing. That's what some Liverpool fans fail to understand this. Your senior players are not playing well. Okay, let me give you
score, Mo. This is where we are. Like, this isn't.
And by the way, you are
Mo Salah's missing bags and bags of chances. Look at Mo Salah's XG. Mo Salah's XG is where it's supposed to be. Cody Hapgo's XG is where it's supposed to be. Like, the only person that's exceeding their XG in goals is Ekitike by 1. Like, Mo Salah's our best output. Like, he's still got, like, I think 6 GA. I know it's terrible, but he still is that guy. 4 goals, 2 assists in the Premier League. Like, this is a structural issue. This is a problem with the way Liverpool are now, and it's starting to affect everybody. Even Virgil. Like, Virgil's shouting his head off down the tunnel. Like, Virgil's losing it now. Virgil doesn't trust his left back because
he doesn't trust Konate, and he doesn't trust in the manager. And
he doesn't trust Konate because Konate's all over the place. And the problem is as well, why isn't the manager just dragging players out the team? Like, McAllister should be nowhere near that team now. Konate should have been out a while ago. Like, just go and do the hard stuff. Like, I don't care if it pisses them off. Like, why did Isaac have to start against Nottingham Forest? Like, Ekitike just scored for France. Like, he's in form. But I put him on the bench. And if you want to believe the rumours, Isaac didn't even know he was starting until he got to the ground. Like, see you later. Move on.
Yes, I know, but okay, let me ask Dan. Do you think that Liverpool are going to get better if they hire a new manager?
Yeah, I do.
Better to the point of, like, playing to the potential, like challenge, like
playing. I was going to say playing to compete for the Premier League, but maybe they're not.
It's too late.
Yeah, maybe they're not able to do that this season. So playing to put themselves in a solid position for Champions League football, I think they could do that with a new manager. I think Arne Slot's been really disappointing this season. I think their recruitment was a mismatch anyway. I don't really think their recruitment suited the system that he wanted to play in. I think that's where you find that a lot of the issues now. But I think a new manager would change things at Liverpool, definitely. I think it might have got to that point where it's gone too far with Arne Slot now. Fans and players.
Why do you think you won't, Jamie?
Jamie, come on and speak. Where are you?
Come on and speak, Jamie, as well. Like, why?
So you don't think the new guy's going to play in midfield? Like, you don't think we're going to have, like, a defensive midfield, like, to stop the onslaught of the opposition? Like, you don't think they do that, Jamie? You don't think you come in and go, you know what? I'm probably going to play some midfielders in the midfield. Like, I'm not going to have them all up front. And you know, my substitutions aren't going to be mental. And I'm going to take Konate off, who can't pass the ball, and put Gravenberch on in there, who can't pass the ball, and then put Dominic Szoboszlai as your left centre back.
No, but who are the replacements?
I'm literally gone. Like, this is Brendan Rodgers' 14-15 season all over again. And I've never been so angry in my life then. Like,
Konchesky.
K-Mac, who's the replacement for Canute? Called Canute? Canate?
Who would be the replacement? Oh, it would have been.
Yeah.
I would have put Joe Gomez in there a long time ago.
Well, isn't he injured consistently?
Just to try it. Why not?
Is he not injured though?
He's not injured.
No, he's been on the bench.
He's not been injured all season.
Yeah.
Shocking. Okay.
And I probably would have give Ramsey a game. Like, did you see him play against Palace? He was probably our best player. Like, he's a right back, by the way. Take all the legs out of midfield with Dominic Szoboszlai. That's going to work for you.
I don't think, like,
I really
Gomez
don't want to be
have
having an
to play.
argument with
This is Jamie.
because I like him as well.
Let me do this okay quickly. Ask Dan. He supports Chelsea. He will tell you when you get the tweet that he's backed by the club, he actually means he's gone. Something this for
it used
Dan.
to be true, Hassan. It used to be true.
Mate. I'm not arguing with you, okay?
I'm not sure anymore because I've seen our managers be backed and then they are backed. But I think when it comes from a club like Liverpool that are intent on winning and have spent the money they've spent, I would be worried about seeing the manager getting back for his future.
Yeah. Mac, what would you say to a 4-4-2 with Mo and Ekitike or Isak up top? As an outsider, I don't think Mo can run up the wings anymore.
I don't mind something where there's like more midfielders in a game. That would help. Like 4 midfielders would definitely help than 0 right now. So yeah, maybe. Look, at the end of the day,
are we saying Salah's pace has gone? Are we saying it's gone? Because
it's not only gone,
gone
his legs
season.
are not the same. I'm telling you.
It reminds me of Ryan Giggs came out.
2-3
Ryan Giggs
years.
when he moved
I'm
to
telling you, I think currently when I'm looking at Salah, he hit that age when the passes are not the same. The brain thinks something, but your body is not in the same speed as your brain. There is a lot of players that spoke about this. They said it was that one point that, which is one season, that we completely couldn't kick the ball the same. We couldn't kick the ball the same length. We couldn't kick the ball hard. Our body was not as fast as our brain. And at that time, you just have to adapt and change. Salah changed last season from the season before. He's not like kicking and running. Salah's trying to dribble now. He's not faster than any fullback in the league anymore.
No.
He dribbles sometimes, but his crosses are shorter. And I think his shooting is off. Listen, I want the guy to succeed, but at some time, Liverpool should have had the right winger for Salah to at least give him a break now. Because you cannot just keep relying on the guy and hoping for the best. He touched the ball more than any player on the pitch in the Nottingham Forest game.
No,
And
he
he
didn't.
created one chance. 90 touches.
Dominic Szoboszlai had about 130 times, mate. It was insane.
Wow.
It was insane how much Dom had the ball.
And the right side didn't do
right
anything.
back though.
It was
Right back.
insane. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
For the
What are
defenses,
you gonna
like
do
for
there?
me, the center backs will pass the ball around when you have 75%
exactly.
ball position. But your right winger to have a 90 touches and not be as effective as it used to be is a worry. Imagine if Saka gets 90 touches in a game and he comes up empty-handed. I'm like, okay, you got the ball. This is the job of a manager, to get you the ball in the final third. Just make something happen. Work. He didn't. Go ahead, Jamie.
There was a stat though. Sorry, 2 seconds. There was a stat though. This was like under Klopp. If you pass the ball more to Salah more than 50 times, we win. Like that was like,
last season. Any
That
time
was
he
the
got
thing. Give
40,
the ball to Salah more than 50 times, and
he
Liverpool win the game.
averaged 46 times last season. 46
depends.
touches.
Depends where he's getting it, and depends Salah this season, he's getting the ball a lot further wide. He's not getting it in the penalty box, which is obviously a big issue. He's being asked to dribble by players. That's not what his game right now is. It's just not. Like last season, Liverpool were going a little bit more direct. They had an out ball with Trent. He passed it out to Trent. He'd probably ping a pass 50 yards to someone. Liverpool are straight away on a counter attack. It's a different type of Liverpool, and that's what they're struggling to do it. I keep on coming back to this whole thing about Liverpool aren't progressing the ball well anymore. We've seen it against Man City. Haaland sat on Van Dijk and Robertson. Liverpool couldn't get the ball up the pitch. They gave it to Konate. That's where they got the penalty from, where Konate tried to play out from the back. Salah wasn't strong enough to hold onto the ball. The Doku goes up 1v1 with Bradley, goes by him, Konate, and then obviously Marmudashvili gives away a penalty. Liverpool don't have an out ball, and they're going to continue. This is what you're going to continue to kind of run into these issues. You have Isak and Verts have come into the team. They haven't hit the ground running in the way that you would have liked. So like these big money signings that we have aren't doing what they need to be doing, and there's just a lot of different issues that we have in the team. To go back to the point of like Slot going, you're still going to have these question marks over these players if a new manager was to come in. Like you're saying that a manager like Glasner or Iriola or, I don't know, Xavi or something, they're still going to have those question marks over them as they come in. They're not going to be able to find all these solutions that apparently are out there that Arne Slot just doesn't know for whatever reason. Like,
but Jay, do you not think they've got a solution in the system that they've got that Slot doesn't seem to have? They'll have a system and they've got an ideology of a way that the team needs to play for their message to be passed across. I look at this Slot's Liverpool side now, and I don't see what he wants your team to do. I don't see a clear message, a clear system being put in place. I see players being played in positions where I don't really think they're going to thrive, where I don't think they look comfortable. Players being asked to do jobs which I don't think is to their strengths. Yeah. Like you're talking about Salah, your best player. It should be Slot's duty to make sure he's getting on the ball in the right areas, that he's the most dangerous. And I don't think he's doing anything about it. And I just feel like if you hire someone who's got a system, it might not fit all your players, but eventually you build towards that and you get something working again. Because I actually think you've ended up in a rebuild when there was no need to be in one.
Yeah, I think I disagree with that we didn't need a rebuild, because I think if you looked at maybe Núñez last year, really good pressing, not good enough on the ball. Diaz, we wanted to keep him. We offered him a contract, not enough money. He went and he obviously got a bigger pay package at Bayern Munich, and we got good money for him. I probably would have kept Diaz if I was being honest. If that in that case, Trent wanted to go. We offered him 300 grand a week, and he wanted to go. So like you're taking away 3 players that were integral to the team last year, played more or less. Were rotated. Núñez was rotated a little bit, but especially with Trent. And the thing is that Liverpool always, if you think about Liverpool's team in the last 10 years, you would say it's maybe built around Van Dijk and Salah. It wasn't. It was built around Trent. Trent was an outball. Trent was the man, our biggest creator. And it was very unique in terms of there was no other player in world football that could do what he could do. And you can't replace that. And I think Liverpool have probably gotten, if you look at the players that they brought in to replace Trent, I don't think you were going to replace him, but they've tried to change their whole way of playing, which I think is too big an ask to do in one season. I think that's I think it takes time to change your whole ideology of how you play football. And that's what we're seeing right now. It's like what you're saying, Dan, is that you don't see an identity. And I think that's where they're kind of caught in between. It's like Isak, Salah and Gakpo are not going to press from the front. We've seen it this season. Szoboszlai is the one leading the press because the others aren't that type of player. Whereas Núñez, if you had Núñez up front, he might be terrible on the ball, but he's hounding people to try and win the ball back. Same with Diaz when he played up there. So like it's a different type of Liverpool, and he's trying to move to more, maybe being a little bit more of a controller or being in control of the game and building up from the back. But he doesn't right now have the players to do that, even with all the money spent. And that's where like you're kind of seeing a bit of mix of everything, and it's a whole lot of nothing, if that makes sense.
Slot would have known before anyone what issues were going to present themselves this season because of players departing. So when he
said last season that he spoke to Edwards every single day.
Okay, so yeah, that proves the point, right?
What the fuck was he speaking about?
Well, that's what I'm asking.
All the players he signed don't fit what he wants to do. Like none of them.
The thing is, though, right? Where we can always Dan. We can sit here and question it, but what players would we have brought in that would have been able to get the same levels as the ones that we've lost? Like Ekitike and Isak are an upgrade on Núñez and Diaz in isolation. Like, so, and you're trying to take that next step. Trent wanted to go, and I don't think you were going to replace him. You probably brought in the next best thing with Frimpong. But like, who else?
He didn't get anything out of his number 9s last season. Like, he got nothing out of his number 9s. Like, the only reason he got anything out of any of the forwards is because he put Diaz there. But Diaz never played number 9 before.
Yeah, but he got Diaz's best ever season out of him and played him as a false nine.
That was luck. It was just
So
luck.
how he's suddenly a fraud manager. Suddenly he's a shit manager.
That's not luck. That's not luck. That's a manager that said,
yeah, Jamie, me and you spoke about having Gravenberch and molding him within a preseason to be the DM. That's not luck.
I don't get it.
That is tactics. Having Diaz playing up top, getting Salah his best, and I said that to Hussam many times, getting Salah his best season, that is tactics. That is getting the player, of course, have to work.
Do it again.
And that is what I'm telling you. The players are not performing the same. He's putting Van Dijk.
He's playing in those positions.
He's putting Van Dijk. No, he's putting Van Dijk in the same place. Van Dijk is putting the highlight. Okay, but it's not his fault that Van Dijk is failing to tackle. He's failing to read the game. It is, for example, it is not his fault that Salah can't dribble the guy.
He literally hasn't got a midfield.
He's a title winner midfield from last season.
No, but he's not the midfield.
How is it his fault if McAllister is passing the ball to a throw-in? How is that the manager? That's what I get. Like, how is it the manager's fault? If the same McAllister that used to get the ball, turn and pass it to Salah, is getting the ball and just passing it to a throw-in or being dispossessed or can't track. This is a very confidence is shot. That is on the manager. I actually think it is a mental preparation for the game is not the same. 50% of football is how you are preparing for games. And I think him and his team are not preparing these players. Maybe it's grief for Jota. Maybe it is. But the reason why I'm not saying it's grief, because even the new players who were not friends with Jota and didn't know the guy as much are actually not performing. Alaksu Vikitiki, his confidence is down. Isak is not performing. Wirtz is not performing. The new guys are not. Kirkes, they're not performing as well. So it's the grief can be for Salah, can be for Van Dijk. But not, why is Kirkes not performing? Why is Kirkes not performing?
I think that's an oversimplification, though, Mo, because like if you're a player coming into a new dressing room and like you're going to lay flowers down for a person that was just in the squad last year and is not there, like that, even though you might not have known that player, it's still a different thing that impacts the whole squad. Just because you didn't know him doesn't mean that it doesn't impact them in different ways.
Yeah, that's fair point.
And with Robertson, I was on the terrace this morning. We were talking about this. I think people just keep on saying it's an excuse. It's not an excuse. It's a conversation that you can have about the situation, because people were saying at the first 7 games, he won the first 7 games, and that didn't. Nobody was talking about it then. Well, yeah, because people are going to deal with it in different ways. Robertson had the biggest game of his life last week for Scotland, and he's talking about like on that day of how the difficulties that he's gone through on that day. You have no idea other than the players themselves about like what's going through their heads in the preparation for games, what's going through Slot's head in preparation for games. But I think you can look at that and say, yes, 100%, we can have a conversation about that. But on the other thing, and just in terms of what we're seeing on the football pitch as well, there's issues there. But yeah, I think the Jota thing will definitely have an impact on them. But it's a difficult conversation to have, and having it on a YouTube live stream or talking about it on like in the football media, it's weird talking about it, and it's difficult to have those conversations, which is normal.
I ain't got any comments on it because you know how I feel about it. Like, I don't want to get into anything over it. Like, it's horrible what happened, but it's starting to get used as an excuse. It just is.
Well, it's not an excuse.
It's just not an excuse.
There's no excuses for Liverpool, to be honest with you. Good day.
I'm hearing it on so many
yesterday more loser for the Milan.
It's starting to sound disrespectful. Like, it's starting to really, really get me now that people keep on saying that, oh, it's because Jota, like, don't talk about his name like that. Like, Liverpool losing has got nothing to do with him passing away. Like, they're losing because they're shit and because players are playing shit and the manager's shit right now. Nothing to do with the poor guy that died in a car crash. Like, God rest his soul.
Good win yesterday. More loser. You loser for the Milan. You're lucky to win, to be honest. You got absolutely battered the whole game, and then you won by luck, to be honest. Hamid, you really won by luck, but it's gonna prevail. How?
Is Dan still here?
Huh?
Is Dan still here?
No.
Sorry, Dan. I think Dan jumped off because I butted in on him. I'm sorry, mate.
Let me ask him. I know
Sorry,
you
Dan.
didn't mean it. You just got excited.
I did apologize. I'm sorry.
Anyway, I'm
Of
gonna.
course I got it all out of my system, Mo. I haven't. Sorry.
I know you did.
It's the Arsenal fan. It's him. He got me riled up again.
Yeah, you can blame the Arsenal.
I didn't even realize I was on mute. What have I done?
11 points, man. 11 points, for God's sake.
Mate.
11 points as well.
This is
Can you
the
imagine what we're
same.
going to hear, Jamie? Can you imagine what we're going to hear now when these win the league? Like, man,
It's happening.
And also,
Yeah.
listen, we can. I'm trying to get Dan to come on, but I'm gonna text him. Talking about, I know that Jamie, if you honest, like leave, it's fine. I know that you don't have to commit. It's fine. I want you in the show, but it's up to you. You're muted as well. Why does everyone come on the show? They mute themselves. It's ridiculous. You're muted, Dan. Yeah, you're muted, Jamie.
Yeah,
You're muted.
still okay.
Yeah,
Your mic. Just check your mic.
Sorry, my mic was
There you
muted
go.
here. I'm sliding in, by the way, but I'm going back to work. Bye.
Take
Up
it
the rent.
easy.
Bye.
Yeah. For Arsenal, just wanted to speak about Arsenal a little bit and how good they are. Tears Mo, you're gonna cause a flood. Oh my God. Okay. Bro, Hamid, you're not gonna finish ahead of us. We actually are going to win the league. Everything points that Inter are going to win the league. I still believe that Inter are going to win the league.
I think Napoli.
No. I still believe that Inter are gonna. We're the best team in the country.
Man, first in everything. They have to win the league. You must.
We don't. We're not. We have a young manager. Actually, if we win the league, it's an overachievement. We are playing against serial winners in Allegri and Antonio Conte in that league. We have a young manager that has not ever managed before. You know that he only had 18 games in his senior before he joined Inter. So there is no must. There is nothing. We are coming from a battering against PSG. So we're not actually. We must not. Yes, Hamid, that's why I'm wearing a City fan. I'm never beating the allegation that I'm an Arsenal fan. Never beating the allegation.
Rams in now.
Fuck off now. Fucking. I applaud Liverpool fans. They're still in the chat supporting the channels as always. I applaud them. Yeah. For Arsenal though. Guys, can we get to 200 likes at least? Still have 500 people, 30 likes away. How good are Arsenal really? How good are they? Ledge, that is your time to talk. This is.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting a glazing from the rival fans, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. What? I'm expecting you guys to just talk nice about my team for once, but let me just kick it off. I think, how good are we? I think we're capable of being champions. That's how good we are. Yeah. The level in which we're able to, have injuries and then have replacements that come in and the level doesn't drop on the pitch has taken a very long time to get here. Now, this is kind of what people have been complaining about Arsenal and Arteta, over the last few seasons. If it's low block, how are you going to beat the low block? What are you going to do? Well, we found out that we can somehow score a lot of corners. Now, that's somehow an issue. We shouldn't score corners anymore at the rate that we're scoring them because no one knows how to stop it. The narrative on just Arsenal not being able to handle the pressure, I think that will come to an end this season. The fact that we've had 3 seasons of competing 3 seasons of experience, you know, in being able to actually challenge for a trophy. You know, we talk about the first season where we actually challenged, you know, just as you stated, with Inter Milan, if you guys go on to win the trophy this season, it'll be premature. Same thing in my personal opinion. If we had won the trophy in that first season that we competed for the Premier League, it would have been premature. It's something that we needed to build up muscle memory for. We needed to build up resilience. And I feel like the team have that resilience now. You know, it doesn't matter who drops. It doesn't matter who's injured. It seems like anyone who comes in is able to take up that mantle and continue that performance. You know, before we went on the international break, I said to you that Arsenal in a mini injury crisis. And when it comes to up front, you know, we literally had no attackers, but somehow our attackers are now coming back. Thank God, because this is exactly what we needed. We needed the attackers to come back and show, now that, you know, our best defender has gone down in Gabriel, which also gives us goals, you know, the attack needs to be able to come back and, you know, lift that burden from the team. So I definitely think we have the capabilities of just going far this season. You know, last time I did say to you, I feel like Gabriel going down makes the challenge for the Premier League a bit more interesting, simply because I feel, you know, Man City should still be there. And yeah, I mean, that was before they lost the game. Man City should still be there. Chelsea would be there, and, you know, we were assuming Liverpool will be there. But after the last weekend, it just looks like everything has just fallen into place. Now, that doesn't mean things can't change. I do believe that we're not going to run away with it. I honestly don't think it's a runaway league this season. I've seen people online saying, you know, the level of the Premier League this season it's not to the standard that, you know, they believe it should be at. They say that the level is a bit lower. I kind of disagree with that. I feel like people always use that excuse when it's Arsenal at the top of the table, because I don't understand. I didn't hear that when Man City and Liverpool were dominating the league for, you know, 6 years, 7 years. But the period where Arsenal are now on the top of the table, it seems like we're challenging. I've heard it multiple times. Oh, the Premier League is not, you know, how it was before. It's just bullcrap. I think that's bullcrap. And people have to give Arsenal credit when credit is due. What we done to Tottenham, I haven't even touched on that. I've just been rambling. What we done to Tottenham yesterday was outstanding. And I remember, Mo, I said to you on the show, I said to you, I'm confident. You know, you asked me, what do I think of the game? I said nothing less than a win, and a convincing win at that, because they're coming to us. They're coming to the Emirates. You know, what Thomas Frank has done for Tottenham, there's nothing great. He ain't done nothing out of the blue. It's just it's Spurs heritage over there. He's gone and done. Look, he's going to be part of the furniture, man. He's doing exactly what Spurs need to do, as in just not be consistent. The Postecoglou trophy that these Spurs fans keep rubbing in everyone's face is ridiculous, because for them to win that trophy, they had to lose 22 games in the Premier League and finish 17th. But then every argument, they want to ask an Arsenal fan, oh, when was the last time you won a trophy? Yeah, it was 5 years ago, but when was the last time you guys did anything significant? You know, we can't call winning.
But I want to touch on something that Jimmy Carragher said yesterday. Paz, you're so excited, broski. Who smells blood today? What does it smell like? Yeah, Man City kind of 7 points behind. I'm going to tell you, Paz, something. If you don't win against Chelsea and Man City win against Leeds, they are 4 points behind you. So
exactly. And so that's why I say to you, we're not running away with
your horses a little bit. Arteta single-handedly putting Bold out of style. Oh yeah. I'm gonna actually say something that everyone can get involved. This is the first time I actually think that this Arsenal team is the best team in the league. Last season, people picked Man City. Jamie Carragher touched on this yesterday after the game. He said that this is the first season that we're sitting here and saying that this Arsenal team is above the rest. the time they challenged in the beginning, they had no business challenging. They actually missed on top 4 the season before to Antonio Conte. The season after, Man City were better than them. That is a season when Man City got 4-peat, if I'm not mistaken. And then last season, there was the injuries that happened to Man City, Rodri, and Arsenal had injuries. This is the first season I actually think that Arsenal, the way they played against Spurs without Gabriel, the way they actually, without a striker, guys, without Gabriel, you play Spurs like this and you completely destroy them is not easy. You know what I mean? It's not easy. And that is something that is Arteta. This is that what Henry spoke about yesterday. He said the process. He said, now we're seeing the process in front of our eyes. This is it. We reached the level of the process. That is what Arteta needs. If Hincap is playing for Gabriel, it's not a problem. This was supposed to be a banana skin. Without Gabriel, without a striker, with no Odegaard, but there was no problem for Arsenal yesterday. It could have been 6, actually. It could have been 6-0 for Arsenal. There's other chances that are missed. This is down to Arteta's work, in my opinion. This is his work. So,
Mo,
it helps that you can bring in a £50 million backup centre back. Like, it does help. Like, I know we can all sit there and go, it's the process, blah blah blah. But it's like your backup centre backs cost 100 million. Like, there's not.
I wouldn't call them backup centre backs. That's the difference with Arsenal.
But if Saliba and Gabriel are fit all season, then they don't get to play.
Obviously, no one else plays. Yeah, but then again, that would be the same issue as rotation. Everyone's been complaining about rotation. Oh, why are we not rotating these players? We can't have them playing every game all season. So what's important here is if the main players are not playing, the first team ain't playing, the level should not drop, no matter who comes onto the pitch. Now, exactly like you're using yesterday's quotes. Same thing. Our first team, according to, I think, Thierry Henry, I don't know who it was on Sky Sports, our first team.
I'm sorry, can I go back to fact check? Their backup center backs are.
Wasn't Nkapé 50 million? Isn't he 50 million?
No, he's 50 million euros. He's 50 million euros. And also he's on loan. He's on loan, actually. His market value is 50 million euros. Mosquera is 13 million pounds. Something like this.
He's an incredible signing, by the way.
By the way, again, I'm gonna that is down to recruitment and Arteta. Yeah, recruitment and Arteta. I don't think that it's they're not 100 million. They're not 100 million or anything. That's
Calafiore was like 40 million money.
35 million. He's a left back.
35 million. Yeah. Look, we spend
really salty. We haven't got those players. We can.
You do. You got Kerkez. You're the one who signed Kerkez. You guys are the. Okay, here's the thing. Liverpool. I'm not going to go back to Liverpool. But Liverpool. This is your fault for not you, of course. The club's fault. Liverpool for being arrogant and not wanting to play the extra 5 million for Gehi. When Crystal Palace were begging you for extra £5 million and you refused and you left it to last minute and it didn't. So it's your fault. You had the money and also Liverpool.
Trust me.
Liverpool should not talk about the money when you spend 480 million or 450 million pounds this summer. Like,
why couldn't we have gone and got Nkapé? We signed bloody 2 players from that club.
Because Liverpool were arrogant. Because Liverpool, the board and the club were arrogant, and you wanted everything to be on your terms. Yeah. That's what Liverpool wanted.
Look, Liverpool got the right back. We got the left back. Yeah, it's I don't know. It shouldn't be a big issue who got who from the team, right? I think the issue here is how Arsenal and Liverpool spent their money. Liverpool spent their money on 2 attackers, 350 mil. I mean, that's basically what we spent on 8 players. It's a bit ridiculous when you look at it that way. If you're saying just 2 players in the attack, and then we actually sort out our squad depth with the likes of Noni Madueke, the likes of who else? Gyökeres, Eze,
Do you think they had more of a plan? Arsenal had more of a plan. They knew who they were going for, the caliber of player that they wanted. Liverpool just went out there and done a Galacticos thing. Thought we're going to get the best players, spend the most money, and it's going to all work out. I think Arsenal have a plan. Arsenal have built a structure over the last few years that, dare I say, it's a bit like what Alex Ferguson had, where you can just get the players in just to fit that system and nothing much changes. And this is why I think Arsenal and Arteta's done a phenomenal job. I can't see Arsenal not winning this league, to be honest with you, because they're the most complete side in the Premier League. And the players that are coming in, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. Just one comes in, another one comes in, and that's it. And nothing changes. I think with Liverpool, it was a bit like, right, we're just going to throw everything out of the wall, hoping something sticks. And we're going to get the most expensive players in the league. And that doesn't work. Real Madrid proved that. When you spend Galacticos money, it doesn't always guarantee success. So I think that there's two different ends of the spectrum with Arsenal and Liverpool, to be honest with you, transfer-wise.
One of the things about Eze, when Odegaard is back, should Eze be dropped?
No.
No, man.
Should Odegaard be dropped?
Eze,
no.
So what are you gonna do with Eze?
I'll put him on the wing. I'm not one of those Arsenal fans. No, Mo, I'm being serious. I'm not one of those Arsenal fans that come online screaming, I don't want Eze on the wing. I think it's diabolical that a professional player.
I think he's good. I think he's good at the wing. I think he's good at the wing.
Okay, no, because I thought you were.
I disagree with you.
Okay, why?
The guy is playing good in the center, leaning to the right. You want to completely change his game and put him on the left so he can cut in from the left side.
Let me stop you there.
It's completely wrong.
Let me stop you there. What did everyone say when he signed? He plays center attacking mid on the left.
Okay.
So now you're telling me he's performing on the right. I should just leave him there. Everyone's been screaming, yo, he's better on the left, or he's better as a left-sided attacking midfield.
Okay. But you don't understand. My point is, if the guy is performing well in a position, don't change it. I think Odegaard should earn his spot back. It's just how football work.
Mo, let me tell you something. I agree with your point. When I tell you, I actually agree with your point that he needs to work his way back.
If Eze, let me give you an. If Eze is Salah level winger, for example, like last season, yes, you can go. If Odegaard is the level of Muhammad, like if Odegaard is gonna come in and Arsenal are gonna be 5 times better, okay, but Odegaard coming in, I think he's gonna take away from Eze. My opinion. I think it's going to take away from Eze, in my opinion. You know what I mean by this? Like, Odegaard coming in is going to be more to the right side with Saka. Now, you're going to actually isolate Eze on the left. Eze's getting on the ball now. Eze's doing his thing. Eze is working with Saka on the right, and also he's going left. I actually believe that if you go put Eze in there, it might work. I'm not saying it's not going to work, right?
Why
are you protecting Odegaard? Why?
No, but Mo, let me listen.
What do you to protect Odegaard?
Let me answer the question. People have been saying Eze is better on the left. Now, also before this stream, but even before yesterday, I had Arsenal fans complaining about Eze, saying Eze needs to do better. Eze needs to do better. So, off of one game and one hat trick, you're now telling me all the meaty performances.
I can answer this once you're done. Ask me the question and I'll answer it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I actually had a feeling that, and I said that in the summer, I think that Eze's effect on Arsenal can be Ulisses' effect to Bayern Munich. That's how talented I've hold the guy. Like, that's how talented I think the guy is. Exactly. If he's performing good over the last games, or he got a hat-trick against Spurs, and he's performing in that position, I believe it's unfair for him to go to the left. Now, you might integrate. What I mean, you might integrate to Odegaard in the team. Like, what I mean, start Eze there, get Odegaard on the pitch, and then move Eze to the left to give him 15, 20 minutes, and then sub him. You know what I mean? But for you to suddenly start Eze on the left and Odegaard central, it might work. I actually think it's just, if it's not broken, don't fix it. It's not broken.
It wasn't working until just this recent game yesterday. That's what, and that's my point I'm trying to get to you, Mo. This whole Eze is phenomenal thing didn't come from Arsenal.
I don't think you're right, because one of the things that you did against Sunderland, for example, is you created from open play. Maybe Eze wasn't the one who's creating the chance himself, but I believe that his freedom and the way he plays allow him and allow others as well to actually have the spaces to run in. I actually like the way the way he carries the ball, the way he dribbles one-on-one, the physicality of him. I like it, and I think it benefits your midfield. Your midfield doesn't have an Eze if Odegaard is there, because there is nobody that can do the carry job in the middle with the ball and dribble one-on-one in tight spaces like this. Odegaard does it. Odegaard is weaker than him. The guy's a physical specimen, you know?
Odegaard hasn't got X factor. Eze's got X factor.
Thank you. As of now, yes.
As soon as you signed Eze, I was like,
I would have to agree more. As of now. As of now, guys. As of now. Odegaard does have the X factor. Odegaard does have the X factor.
But this is a similar thing, though. This is a similar thing. Like, you're taking.
You think Odegaard has of the X factor?
He does, man. Look, guys. Odegaard is the captain. And look, guys, I'm literally not gonna lie to you. I'm one of the Arsenal fans that have been screaming that Odegaard's performance over the last 2 years have been diabolical. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you, but at the same time, Odegaard leads the team. When Odegaard's in the team, we're performing better. When Odegaard's in the team, we create more chances. Like, so if Odegaard regains his form, which it looked like he was regaining before he consistently just kept getting injured this season, if he actually regains the form that we need him to regain, him performing shouldn't hinder Eze's performances. Now, I also believe Eze can give us the same performance he's given us right now as CAM. He can give us them on the left. And that's just my point. And that's why I think Eze should play, because what Eze is doing on a pitch, even if he does go to the left, he can produce that same effectiveness. With also Odegaard being on the pitch. Now, would I change it immediately? I don't know if I'll change it immediately. I'll bed in time for Odegaard to come in. But let's just say that what's our next game? The next game is Bayern Munich, right? Yeah, next game is Bayern Munich.
I don't care about Bayern Munich.
Okay,
and I don't think he should care. I don't think he should care. Again, it's Chelsea. If Odegaard's back, forget Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is not an important game. Bayern Munich is a statement win. It's a statement game for you. You're already gonna make top 8, right? Like, you just have to survive the game and not get humiliated and maybe win 1-0 or a draw. It's not the Chelsea game. You win the Chelsea game, you're putting 9 points between you and Chelsea, and 7 points if City win. That is, you're basically shifting Chelsea out of the title race. In that game, if Odegaard is back, should he start?
No.
In the 10?
I think depending on Odegaard's performances during the week, so if he does come on against Bayern Munich, giving us a 20-minute performance, 30-minute performance that is worthy of actually starting, then yes. If not, I don't think he deserves to start. I feel like, bro, this guy is the captain. No, as much as no one likes it, we respect our captains. It's as simple as managers respect the captains. And as much as most fans don't like it, Arteta loves Odegaard. So no matter what I say, Odegaard's probably going to play. Like, it's that real. It's one of those ones where he doesn't seem to want to be bedding guys like Odegaard. Odegaard, Saka, Gabriel, Saliba. They're not bedding players. They're not, oh my days, take your time. They're core members to the team. They're core to how the team play. So I honestly believe if Odegaard does give us a 20-minute performance against Bayern Munich and he's shown that, okay, he's okay to beat back, then he should start against Chelsea. If he doesn't do that, it's Eze's place to lose.
We have played with both Eze and Odegaard the midfield, and
that game looks scary. That game looks scary.
I actually believe that it's gonna sound crazy, okay? Against smaller teams, one of Zubamendi and Rice should be dropped, and I believe it might be supposed to be Rice.
But you know what happened last time was Zubamendi got dropped and it was Rice that played.
And then once Zubamendi got in, it looked better. I know that it was Odegaard that left. I know that Odegaard got injured.
Yeah.
I believe that combination of Zubamendi, Okay, against smaller teams, lesser oppositions, right? I think Eze, Odegaard, Zubamendi should work because your defense should be able to stop transition. The likes of Timba, Calafiori, Gabriel or Hincapié and Saliba should be able to stop the transition.
As they can break through the low blocks.
I know that people think, oh my God, Declan Rice cannot be dropped. Against lesser opposition, maybe to create more attack, and you drop one of Zubamendi and Rice.
He can't play every game like Declan Rice. He's played about 9 million games, Annie, or something. Like every time I see Arsenal, he's in the team again. Like
he always plays. Declan Rice always plays.
Madness.
I know that people love Declan Rice, and I think Declan Rice is just top notch and amazing and everything. But if you want to fit both Eddie and Odegaard and play two attacking mids, you can just play both against lesser oppositions. If you're going to play at home, for example, against a Fulham, why would you want Zubamendi and Rice? I know that Arteta likes his style structure. You can drop Zubamendi. If Zubamendi is to be dropped, that's fine, and play Rice there.
Mo, I want to see the formation you're asking. And when the first time he did that, and the last time he did that was when Odegaard got injured. So, you know, we could have seen that formation you're asking for, Odegaard, Eze, and Declan Rice in the midfield. But Odegaard got injured after 20 minutes. Now, is he going to do it again? We just have to wait and see. Because right now, is he going to be too scared that one of them gets injured again? Or who knows, both of them get injured and then now we have no attacking mids. So maybe we just have to chill on both of them playing at the same time with Declan Rice as the 8 or the 6, whichever one it is.
What a problem to have, though, Ledge. What a problem to have. You know, you got both
and look,
yeah,
it's taken us a very long time to get here.
Yeah, just pick out all of those 8 midfielders you can play. Yeah, just pick them all out. Yeah, which one? Oh.
Can we have one? We
Liverpool complaining. They have Indo, Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, Florian Wirtz, right? Liverpool have 6 or 7 midfielders. They're just not performing. That's why I'm
not getting played in midfield.
I feel like Mo should be cooked like Liverpool for losing. Mo, you can't get away with its best squad in Italy, and you are fourth. Number one, we're not the best squad in Italy. We play a 40 years old Acerbi at the back. We still have Mkhitaryan in the team. So we're not the best squad, Hamid. We didn't spend a fortune like what Milan did or what Napoli did. We have a young manager. You have a winning manager in Allegri that won the league with Milan and Juventus. Napoli have Antonio Conte. We're actually the underdogs. We are the leopard in the tree in Serie A. We don't have the best squad or anything, right? On paper, we're the best team. Sorry, and statistically, we're the best team. We're only
historically.
No. Today, Inter are leopard in the tree. We're the underdogs. We have the youngest manager out of all of them that have never coached the first team before, right? We got players that confidence are shocked. So, Hamid, Milan must. You sign players. You have Captain America. You must win the league, Milan. You have Allegri, the king of Serie A in the last 15 years. You must win the league, Hamid, and don't bottle it. Don't bottle the league.
Two ex-Man United players into Milan, Darmian and Mkhitaryan.
Darmian is injured. Oh, we have Darmian. We have 50 years old Darmian.
Mkhitaryan is still playing.
Yeah, he's still playing.
Bro, he's still playing.
God damn.
The combined age
And then people tell me we must comparisons is the thief of joy. I agree with this 100%. But what are we comparing to? What are we comparing what to what? What are we comparing? I don't know.
Comparisons a thief of joy.
And James, and we got battered 5-0, and I got cooked for it. We are not a match to Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, so we got battered. So why should I ask my team to win the league?
But you are for Barca.
You
because
were
Barcelona are idiots.
Because
Barcelona are idiots. You know, Barcelona are idiots. Yeah, well, listen,
that was some game, that, by the way. Some game.
Yeah, 100%.
I messaged you like when it was on, didn't I? I was like, what a game that was.
Yeah.
Unbelievable game.
Didn't you message me after Rafinha actually scored as well? When we almost lost the game.
can't remember. It's such a
We
good game.
almost lost
But
again.
Inter have a good record over Barcelona, isn't it? I mean, a few years ago as well.
I'm gonna tell you, Barcelona are
That's
bitch.
Mourinho,
That is what
though,
we
isn't it?
just.
It's a bit
I just
different.
gotta tell you this, bro. Barcelona are bitch. That's all it is.
Playing Sammy Eto'o as a right back.
Bro. Barcelona. You know, we knocked them out of the group stage like 4 seasons ago as well. I think they went to Europa League from that group, which was astonishing, actually. I am cheering for Chelsea, bro. Here it is. Barcelona versus Chelsea. I'm definitely a Chelsea fan that day. You're mad.
That's 2008, isn't it?
Wow, you went on a spend.
Honestly, you have a
spend. I didn't. To be honest, I didn't spend.
is what they sent you.
I got the shirts, you know. I got.
The gifts.
I gotta be honest.
up.
I didn't spend. I got the shirts. You know. I got a really good Arsenal shirt as well.
He's hooked up.
Yeah. of
Oh, you
course.
wore it the other day, Mo. We saw it.
Right here, bro. Arsenal fan. People said I am an Arsenal fan. Will always be the leopard in the tree, small club. So okay, fine. We're smaller than you, so you should win the league, Hamid. Then. I got people asking me retro Inter shirts. I got them. Actually, I got like about 3 or something for R9, of course. R9. Big up everyone. But listen, I want to thank everyone that joined us today. Bayledge Sport, that is Ledge's channel in the description. Straightful Post, that is Sal's channel in the description for Manchester United, and K-Mack channel with all the rants and being annoyed and everything from we're winning it all to sack the manager, you know, sack the
I
manager.
never said we'd win it all.
You did.
You tried to get me to say it. I wouldn't say it.
You did. You said you guys are walking the league.
I never said that.
You said you're walking the league. But hit that like button, people.
When that talk was happening.
No, how do we go to Atletico Madrid away and win against them? Absolutely not. I'm not expecting a win against Atletico Madrid. Anyway, I will see you guys in half an hour on MHF with Hussam and the rest of the panel. Thank you so much for sticking with us, people. I will see you guys soon, and we're out of here, people.